All right, Mr. Matu, let's begin with what is trending. On Twitter today, reported that Fubara alone received APC governorship clearance in Rivers State, meaning that Sim Fubara is entitled to contest the 2027 general election, despite what Yes Wike is doing. Like the APC likely going to favor Sim Fubara and give him the ticket for Sim to contest under the APC platform. Do you think once again that Sim Fubara will defeat Yes Wike?
I'm gonna tell you that I'm not surprised in any way at all, because this is in line with APC tradition of allowing one of their own, particularly if you are an incumbent governor, you are seeking re-election, there's always right of fair refusal. So to that extent, I'm not in any way surprised. But it looks as though the man as Abuja have already seen this coming, or perhaps he have access to some level of classified information, because the man as Abuja is one that first broke the news of the president endorsing Fubara as the APC sole candidate in Rivers State. Beyond all of this, I will tell you that if you look at some prelude that gave rise to this, I'm not surprised in any way. Because we all now we probably saw a president, as you can see on your screen, who came out, particularly when the National Assembly members under the leadership of Senator Akpabio led his colleagues to the president to pressure the president to give them automatic ticket. The president, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, did not waste time in telling them that the governors are the leader of their parties in their respective states, as such that they have a larger say in who becomes the candidate in any elective capacity.
But are they supposed to do that? I think power belongs to the people. The people are the one that are going to decide who govern them. The people are the one that are going to decide who they want to vote. Why Mr. President is the one deciding who to come in and who to go out?
I think the reason is not far-fetched. Number one, they have succeeded in amending the electoral act to the extent that there is consensus. There is equally direct primary. Meaning, by the time you are talking about consensus, though all the aspirants that have collected, especially on the interest form and nomination form, are supposed to consent in writing to a particular aspirant that they are choosing SY as the agreed candidate. However, looking at Nigerian politics the way it is, this is not just starting today. You understand that the concept of a miracle started in Lagos, where, of course, the president, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who is seen in some quarters as a master strategist, have presided over the years. So you will not be surprised if the Baba Sope kind of politics is being introduced into the larger APC family.
Mr. Amato, it is obvious that the politics of Lagos that are being copied and pasted over there in the federal capital. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being the former governor of Lagos State, the same pattern, the same philosophy that they operated in Lagos State, they have also copied the same system and paste in the federal where you can unpick whosoever he or that he wanted to pick. The same thing that happened in Edo State. You can remember when he now went to Edo State and said if Edo people actually want a Governor Monday or Okpaboro, Edo people say yes. And he said, don't worry, I'll give it to you. And do you think we should play that kind of politics?
Normally, it is not the type of politics we should be having, because we understand that if you look at the tenets of democracy, particularly the laws guiding democracy, guiding the, of course, election, both the electoral act, most of these things we see that take preeminence in our political landscape are not supposed to be part of it. But unfortunately, this is where we are, a situation where one man can sit in his house and determine who occupy XYZ office. It didn't start today, and it is not even restricted to even Lagos State or even Tinubu himself. Do not forget that we used to hear the strong man of Ibadan politics, the Adenibus. We used to hear the Saraki of Kwara State. We used to hear the Ibori dynasty of Delta State. So it is not just restricted to any one state or any geographical zone. It is something we must, as a people, try to address. Because for me, this is not proper. Because that is why at times I say, let us amend the constitution to the extent that we start having independent candidacy. If we start having that, you don't need to go and meet one individual to determine whether you become a candidate. If you are popular in your jurisdiction, in your senatorial district, in your federal constituency, in your House of Assembly constituency, you can decide to contest and stand as independent candidates so long as it is entrenched in our constitution. But currently, unfortunately, we don't have that. But we must do with what we have. But looking at the current situation, particularly as it has to do with the Fubara you just mentioned, I'm going to tell you that, like I told you earlier on, it never comes to me with a surprise because we have seen so many activities that gave rise to this. In the past, we only saw the APC national chairman, Rwanda, was emphatic about the leader of a party in a state, particularly those states.
So, Mr. Matu, let's continue from where we stop. As I said, that Saint Fubara received certificate of clearance to contest for APC governorship primaries. And my question now will be, who is really the leader of APC in Rivers State?
I think it's very clear, unambiguous, from plethora of evidence on ground. The president have made it very clear recently that the governors, particularly those of APC, are the leader of their states wherever you find them. Apart from that, before now, the national party chairman of APC, Rwanda, echoed this as well. Not just the national chairman. At some point, we saw the national secretary of APC, Bashiru, who has some controversy with the SCD minister, to the point that Bashiru was even telling Wike that he should go ahead and resign from his position as SCT minister because of what he then called obsession for Rivers State politics. So you cannot be doubting who is the leader of APC in Rivers State. But the contentious issue about who now fly the flag of APC in Rivers State is a major issue. But why things are currently falling in places for Rima Fubara is not, the reason is not far-fetched. Because APC as a political party have a tradition of allowing any governor that is seeking re-election to have a right of fair refusal. And apart from that, Fubara is also a member of APC Governors Forum, Progressive Governors Forum as they want to be called. So, and in that forum, they have a tradition of having their own. And more so, as we learned recently, that the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, who doubles as the chairman of Progressive Governors Forum, is part of those that pressured of Fubara to defect from PDP to APC, with a hope of helping him to secure the APC candidacy. I think that is cast already, and as we learned and make understand that Hope Uzodinma is a very close ally of Mr. President. So in all of this, I want to believe that for what we are seeing, even more so as Wike have made it very clear that he's not a member of APC, though we know, but we understand that he plays double game, because the other time he boasted while in Rivers State doing a rally that he had both the PDP chairman in the state and the APC chairman in the state under his control, under his Rainbow family. And he was voting then who can replicate that in any of the states. Even at that, it's very clear.
All right, Mr. Matthew, from the look of things, it's obvious that the national leaders of APC, both in federal and in state, want Saint Fubara to really contest for second time in Rivers State. But one man in Rivers State, talking about the minister of FCT, Wike, said, over a dead body with Saint Fubara, I'll come again for second time. And my question is, what would be the fate of Saint Fubara?
It is not whether, the question is, if you listen to what Asabuja said today, he said Saint Fubara is the candidate of APC. If you want to challenge Saint Fubara, go and obtain form from other political parties. Nobody said any other person should not obtain form from other political parties. But let me even tell you something. It is even becoming clear that even a Wike is afraid of Fubara. The reason is not far-fetched. Because we learned that Fubara allies were screened out from House of Rep positions and maybe senatorial positions. This is not far-fetched because they know that they were going to face the people in terms of data primary, a situation where all current members of the party will file out to vote for their preferred candidates. So it's no longer business as usual, where you have delegates, you camp them in a hotel, in a venue, you just dish out money and you dictate for them what to do. So it's going to show that the candidates that have been presented against those that were forwarded or put forward by Fubara's camp were not popular. It's going to show that those that came from Fubara's camp were more popular. Because if they were not afraid to meet them at the peak in terms of primary, I don't see any reason why they should be screened out. They should have cleared everybody and let them go and face the party members who ultimately have the right to choose their preferred candidate through this direct primary. But unfortunately, that's not what we are seeing. So it's becoming clear that even the Wike is afraid of Fubara because he has seen that the man Fubara is more grand, is more popular. That is why they are screening away or they are screening out his candidates or rather those who are loyal to him. That is becoming very clear.
All right, the body language of the APC's leaders shows that they really are going to support Saint Fubara, but in reaction, they have not really practiced what their body language seem to interpret. Why am I saying this is that most of the governors and most of the senators that defected to APC, there was an official welcoming into the fold of APC, except Saint Fubara. Do you think that there is something that we don't know?
No, I think that have been cleared because the national chairman of the party, Uwada, at some point cleared that air that the activities that the party was seriously engaged in a chain of activities that didn't give the room to have that formal declaration.
Okay, that formal declaration only affected Saint Fubara, but every other person, the APC after and they make sure that despite their busy schedule, that they will make sure they welcome the campaigns officially into their own camp.
If Fubara was not welcome into APC, he would not even declare in the first place. Let me cast your mind back to what happened.
We want to see the official. What happened that you not make the official welcoming into the APC? And unconfirmed report also said that we can make sure that that did not happen.
It's not Wike. Wike is not the governor of the state. Wike is just a minister.
So what do you think that happened that make
the
APC
national
not
chairman
to?
of APC, Uwada, explain it. I want to tell you that if Fubara did not start enough commitment from those who pressure him to join APC, I don't think he joined APC in the first place. We saw a talk that got broken down between Bauchi State Governor and APC.
Okay, after the state of emergency, that there was declared in Rivers State, have you seen any major political rally being organized by Saint Fubara?
Of course, it's not about rally. It's about a Fubara who wants to keep the peace.
Have you heard of any political campaign, any political meeting being organized by Saint Fubara?
It's not about campaign. It's about whether the people are with him. We are still seeing indices that
would be a show of force if truly the people are with you, because we've seen Nyesom Wike turn the local government from one local government to another. All the local government in Rivers State, Nyesom Wike have a tour, and the people, it showed that the people still loved him, and he has a mammoth crowd that gathered to welcome him. You never see Saint Fubara had done one third of what Wike is doing in Rivers State.
There's a time frame for political campaign.
Not campaign. It could be a political rally. It could be a taste of ground. Let me see if people are still with him. But it's look as if they change Fubara, they catch him. You can't do that in Rivers State.
Fubara is not the type that go about flaunting himself. There's a time allowed for campaign. If he gradually comes out to be the candidate of APC, certainly the time for campaign will start and you see him everywhere. But what I'm trying to say in essence is, you have seen that even those you think they are popular are not popular. So otherwise, why would they be screening those who want to contest with them, who want to test popularity with them out of the race? They would have cleared everybody and allowed them to go and face party members if they feel that those are presenting.
All those things just a speculation that people that they screen out happen to be people that are loyal to Saint Fubara.
It's all over the media.
Yes, all over the media. But the APs also came out and said these are the modalities that made them to screen them out. They say some multiple names and a lot of things. You know, some of them, their educational qualification did not tally with what they presented. Almost everything. So that could be the reason why. And most of them did not have the APC membership card. A lot of things, a lot of factors that led to APC disqualifying most of the Saint Fubara loyalists.
We are talking about a situation where you are disqualifying even serving National Assembly members. These are people who have gone through the process of screening in the past, who passed through the same screening under organized political party. So what we are seeing, the reason is not far-fetched. It's very clear. At some point, even if the SCT minister denied that his visit to Uwada, the national chairman of APC, is not political, we saw him visiting the national chairman of APC. And at the end of the day, he came out to say he's not a native doctor to know what is happening. He was even saying he's not a native doctor to know what is happening in APC. After saying that he went to visit the man. So for me, I think it's a case of an owl crying the night. The following morning, the child died. Of course, you connect the dots. you should know the source of the debt.
So as it stands now, it's obvious that APC are ready to give Fubara a ticket for him to contest the party primary. So hopefully at the end of the day, Fubara will come back for second time to be the governor of Rivers State. But one man in Rivers State stand tall and said Fubara, over his dead body, will not contest again. He will not going to contest, neither will he win to become second time governor of Rivers State. I will soon be the only governor in Rivers State that will be for one term.
The one man we are talking is an individual, is a human, is just a mortal being like any other mortal being. I want to tell you that if God say Fubara will emerge victorious and become governor after 2027 election, that no singular individual can stop it.
But there's nothing that shows that Fubara going to come back again.
We have seen so many. I just told you that Asabuja have some level of.
Asabuja, who knows Asabuja in Rivers State? Asabuja is not a politician. He has no knowledge about how policies are being done.
You must
know how policies are being played. So he has nothing about
you must
politics.
Not be a politician to have classified information. It depends on who you are close to. And of course, at the end of the day, we are likely going to see an APC that is giving Fubara the candidacy to contest under APC in Rivers State.
Mr. Matthew, some people think yes, APC might give Fubara the ticket for him to contest, but it's obvious that he's not going to win that election. And Wike will make sure that come rains, come sun, that same will not return back to Rivers State government's out.
I don't know what you mean by Wike will make sure, because I understand that Wike have only one vote. If I thought he votes in that election in Rivers State, because what I understand is very clear. If in 2015 Wike won the election against all odds, against the wish and will of the power that be at the national level, and the sentiment in Rivers State have not changed. So if the people of Rivers State remain resolute the way they expressed that resolution in 2015, in this 2027, I want to tell you that not even the UK can change the will of the people.
All right, Mr. Matthew. All right, Mr. Matthew. I think because of our time, it's a very wonderful place to leave it at this point. All right, Mr. Matthew. One of the shocking news today has to do with Chief Prince Fubara and one of the organizers of the City Boy movement, and also one of the aspirants that was denied ticket today under the APC platform. Chief Prince have been making out that Hope was happened to be his father, a political father, but today Hope turned his back at Chief Prince. Do you think Chief Prince will be able to survive this, or they need to rush Chief Prince to the nearby general hospital?
Thank you for having me. I must say that this is a big lesson for Chief Prince himself, because this is a man who has been going all around in the eastern part of the country, promising Mr. President and of course the son of the president, Sheikh Tinubu, that is going to galvanize vote for the Tinubu in the forthcoming 2027 presidential election. But look at what is happening to him in the quest to go and represent the people in the House of Representatives. But for me, I think it speaks to one thing, that if you want to be part of the system, you need to get involved on time. Because what I see the Chief Prince did was just crashing into the system. Perhaps he wanted to leverage on the popularity of the son of the president and his closeness with the son of the president to perhaps force himself through into that position. But unfortunately, it didn't work. And again, any other person perhaps who is planning to go into politics and maybe contest for House of Rep, House of Assembly, Senate, as the case may be, need to start preparation on time and maybe get involved in the politics of political parties on time. Because I want to tell you that in all the political parties, there are people who have been there over the years, who have paid their dues, who perhaps needed to go at some point in time, and the system would have asked them to wait for some time. And this is a man who just came in and want to have it. That may have explained the reason he could not get it. I listened to Benjamin Carlo, of course, the Deputy Speaker House of Representatives, who was speaking recently, addressing APC members. He told them that in his time, that he had to wait for up to like 12 years. That for one reason or the other, at every point in time, they will tend to wait. And not trying to justify that Benjamin Kano is justified to occupy any particular position at any particular point in time. But I'm trying to say that in politics, if you are not involved, it will be difficult for you to come and impose yourself on the system.
So are you saying, Mr. Mato, that Cubana Chief Prince was not really involved, was not really on ground to make because the say politics is local. Maybe because he based in the city and just going to this year to declare his intention to contest and believe he's going to win. But at the end of the day, maybe he was capitalizing on the influence that, of Sheyi Tinubu, the son of the president, or perhaps maybe because he's very close to the governor, he was having that belief that he's going to get the ticket at the end of the day.
Let me quickly tell you that another thing that's going to happen is that if the president is thinking that the man that is working for him with respect to this city boy is going to be able to canvass vote for him in the southeast, that is not true. You should better go and look for other people because there's one common thing in politics. If you have not been there for the people, if you have not been there in terms of maybe helping the community to do one or two things, just because of politics and because of position and because you have federal influence, you just come and start canvassing for vote. Definitely, it's not going to work. So this is a very big lesson for himself and for Tinubu himself that if at all you want to get vote, you should look beyond the Cubana and look for those who are on ground. That's the truth. But unfortunately, I do not see him securing a good number of votes for the southern part of the country. If Obi is on the ballot, but we know that that is the stronghold of Obi in no doubt. We saw what happened in 2023, and the sentiment in Nigeria that play out in that 2023 is still on ground. So for me, I think I'm not surprised that Chief Priest lost out in that.
So will you say that Chief Priest wouldn't have even bothered to go into election because they say politics is local and politics is also dirty, and Chief Prince being one of the youngest millionaire CEO in Nigeria should have ventured into politics at this time. But perhaps he will have healed to the advice of Benjamin Kalu and waited for his own turn. But maybe, as I said before, maybe he wanted to capitalize on the City Boy movement. As you rightly said, that a City Boy movement, though Village Boy have also countered the City Boy movement, and as it is now, it's obvious that the City Boy movement are lying low. So the lesson, what is the lesson do you think Chief Prince will learn from this?
Number one, it's not a bad start. You can contest and lose and plan to contest again. But one thing he must not do, if you hope to become a seasoned politician, don't ask for a fund. Because we have seen instances where after losing the election, you go and meet those who won the election. I spent extra amount of money. If you refund the money, I will support you in the general election. It is always suicidal for any politician to do that. We have seen that play out in different areas in Nigerian politics. Because the only time they can take you serious is if you lose gallantly. You still work for the party. You may get an appointment or you can wait for another round of election to contest. But to say you are going to start fighting the system, you have not gotten that muscle to start fighting the system anyway. So for me, I want to say that it's not a bad start for him. And secondly, that there is always another day.
All right, the social media, especially the Twitter, is getting hotter and hotter. Financial expert talk about Gegeri asked to Cubana Chief Prince APC primary loss in Imo State. A lot of people are saying that Chief Prince shouldn't have gone into politics. They said chop club money, chop hotel money, chop music money, chop Davido money, chop APC money. You want chop Nigeria money, join, but you know work this time around. You see, I've been chopping other money, club money, hotel money, Davido money, music money, APC money, but you want to chop Nigeria money that is not going to work. Are you sure that Cubana Chief Prince was really into the race to make sure that it's embezzled Nigeria money, or he was into the race to make sure that his help his community and his people at large?
There's a general perception that every Nigerian politician is corrupt. However, it is not correct to single out an individual who you have no evidence about corruption against him to say is corrupt. But the question is whether he have been getting money from one or two persons or one or two sources. So long as he have been getting it legitimately, I don't think it is in any way wrong. But the major issue is as long as he have not been able to secure this position, there's always room for another day. If he must be serious and want to grow politically, he must not start looking for a reform and he must work for his party. I think it's very clear.
All right, this is what Gege, a financial expert, social media financial expert, a tweet about the loss of Cubana Chief Prince. I said that Cubana Chief Prince, small support when you support Tinubu, you run go buy ticket for House of Representative. Now you don't make financial mistake. Are you telling me that
Gege do not know anything about politics.
okay,
He
Cubana
doesn't
Chief
know
can
what
not make
he
any
doesn't know
financial
what he's
mistakes?
saying. I don't know what you mean by financial politics mistake. The question is, if you contest election and lose, though I'm not speaking for the man in question, if you contest the election and lose, it is a first step in getting into politics. And like I said, don't start asking for a refund, don't start fighting the system if you want to grow politically. We have seen people who come into political system, contest and lose, and before you know it, they navigate through the system and gain more position. So what he's trying to do is sensational. I mean the Gege himself. That has nothing to do with losing the election is part of election. Because in every contest, there is a winner, there is a loser.
All right, Mr. Matthew, I think we are going to hang it here, but let's drive down to Edo State. Edo State APC chieftain in three local government endorses Ogbede Ihoma as a sole aspirant. Do you think indeed Governor Mondo Paboro who gathered the 2.5 million votes for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027 general election?
There is no 2.5 million vote anywhere. The man Shey Wakebole have settled that with Opelo the other day. It's just a fictitious number they are putting. By the time the die cast, go and check the result of Edo election in 2023 presidential election. Where do you hope to get 2.5 million votes? I
So
think
are you
it's
telling
not
me that
mandatory.
Okpaboro is just whining or deceiving
It's not
President Bola Ahmed
mandatory. There is
Tinubu?
no 2.5 million vote anywhere in Edo State. You cannot manufacture votes. Even if you say all the people eligible voters in Edo State are to vote for a particular candidate, are you sure you have that much number? Edo State do not have history of voting up to even 1 million in the presidential election. So where do you hope to have that number? I just feel that that is not mere political statement that is synonymous with politicians. Because politicians normally have sugar coated talk. For me,
All right,
that's what the
Mr. Matthew, we were just digressing a bit. Let's go back to Cubana Chief Prince. Would this encourage other youth to go into politics? When you've heard what just happened to Cubana Chief Prince, I think it should have been a thing that will encourage others. I think the APC will have just given the primary, I mean, the ticket to Cubana Chief Prince, being a youth to represent and come with brand new idea into the House of Representatives.
you would have asked whether that position, whether somebody had been asked to wait in the past, who needed to get it, before you start talking about giving to a new entrant. Do you know how many persons may have wanted to take that position in the past? So that is why you don't just jump into the system. And again, that is why I talk about independent candidacy. If it's you are popular and you do not have the privilege of contesting in a popular political party, then you start as independent candidate.
Gege is right. Gege said the small support that I've gotten
That
from
is not, that has nothing to
Bola
do
Ahmed
with small
Tinubu,
support. No.
you went to go
It
and
has nothing to do with the small support. What I'm saying in essence is, if you are popular and we have our constitution amended to the extent that we are having independent candidacy, even the political parties are not feeding you, you start as an independent candidate and test your popularity. But unfortunately, we don't have that for now. And for contesting and losing is not a suicide mission, it's not a crime. There's always room for another time.
all right, Mr. Matthew, I think it's a wonderful place to live. Thank you for speaking with us.